The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, anytime you go to Newberry, you know you're in for a challenge and a dogfight, and that's the way it's going to be. It's never changed in all the years we've gone to play at Newberry, and Coach Todd Knight and his staff does a great job. And I was just looking at the roster, from Newberry, and they're predominantly South Carolina kids and some Georgia kids, and play great high school football in the state of South Carolina. So they've got players at positions, and I know they'll be excited about playing at home, especially in a conference game.
Kind of a mystery wrapped in enigma. Got pushed to the limit by Virginia Lynchburg, but pushed a 3-0 Florida Tech team to the limit, and felt like they had Western Carolina beat. A very talented team, as per usual, from Todd Knight's group. Oh,
absolutely. And, the last game was moved up 2 days or 2.5 days or something like that. And, you've got kids worried about parents and leaving school after that, school closing. So you can't take that one into the equation. You take where they've lined up against a Western Carolina and a Florida Tech, and the competition that's there, and how well they played. So that's what you go by.
Defensively is where they stand out, second best rush defense in the conference, headlined by Jamarcus Henderson. He only has more tackles for loss than any other active player in NCAA Division II. What's it take to get the run game going against a pretty formidable front four?
Well, they are a great front four, and the two linebackers that are sitting there with them, that's they're going to play the 6-man box with the two strong safety types sitting in the alley. It's what they have done. I would imagine they wouldn't do much different than that. They felt like they've been very successful. They're a very talented group. We've got to do what we do best. We need to execute better than we did last year. We were in a position to win the game last year and did not. But we also know what kind of atmosphere and what it'll be when you go down there to play. But our kids simply just got to line up and execute and take care of the football. If we get turnovers from our defense and we don't turn it over on offense, those are pleasant Saturdays.
Normally this is one of the longer road trips of the year for you, and here this feels like a short jaunt compared to the first 2 weeks. How well prepared do you feel your team is to go on the road for something a little bit shorter than what you've done?
Well, gosh, this ought to be like going to grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. I mean, this is not a long trip by any means. And, we'll end up, we'll leave Friday afternoon after we have our walkthrough here, and we'll stay in Clinton, and then it's a short drive into Newberry on Saturday morning. So, yeah, this will be a little bit more pleasant a trip, and time-wise, a whole lot more pleasant.
Toot Johnson had his coming out party on Saturday against the Bulldogs. You talked on the coaches show about working him in earlier. What do you have to say about your freshman?
Well, it's exciting to watch Toot get the football. And naturally, we got to work him in earlier and get him more reps this week in practice. I think he's a very, very exciting young man. And we knew that when we recruited him, and know what kind of talent he is and the kind of person he is. It's just now that you're coming into the fourth game of the season, a lot of things are settling down for kids learning-wise and repetition-wise, where things are getting more automatic, and that's what you want to have. You got a whole lot less thinking going on right now, and if you got athletes, the worst thing you do is make them think too much. So we want to get that out of it and just let it be a reaction game.
From a defensive standpoint, you got a lot of playmakers back there. What can you say about what you've seen from your defensive group, especially last weekend forcing 3 turnovers? Oh,
it was great to see, and totally pretty much shut down the run, which made Wingate be one-dimensional, and that's what you want out of any defense if you take away one part of their game. But I think our kids really, really flew after the football. They pursued the football. They made things happen when they got there, and it has an effect on a team. There wasn't any letting up by them in any means, and so I was very excited and very happy for them. Yeah, and that's as high as they've graded out in a long time as a total team, and that was great to see them. And now the big thing this week is, hey, get better. You know what I mean? It's got to be a better. We're right into the thrust of playing in the South Atlantic Conference, and there's not a game that doesn't count. So, you got to keep your focus about you. And that's the hardest thing in today's world, and everybody knows that, is about working to keep you focused. You got to just snap yourself around. You got to have other people that will help grab you by the seat of the pants and remind you what you're supposed to be doing, and keep yourself focused with your eyes on the Lord. Keep yourself focused around about your teammates. And we told them, kids say, well, I got you back. Well, that's what united means. That's what united is. That means I got you back. So that's what we're looking for, Michael.
On the other side of the coin, those 3 turnovers didn't amount to any points. How do you change that going into this week?
Oh, you just come in there and you be a whole lot more efficient. By not accounting anything else, we left 21, 28 points out there. Okay, on Saturday night. That's no big. Everybody knows that. And our kids, I hope we're getting closer to having that complete game. Okay, and again, it's the 4th game of the season. And I'd like for those complete games to start building up, man.
You mentioned the complete game aspect of it. We talked about the penalties the other night. Is there anything that you can now do as a coaching staff to ensure that they play a complete game, or is this on the players' shoulders at this point? Well,
I think our coaches can be, and we talked about this Monday as a staff, and we talked about our kids yesterday in the team meeting. We're going to do some things to try to help them be in a position where we can coach better, all right, and see if we can't set up some things in team time and in drills to try to help alleviate some of that. Some of it's being just a little bit quicker with your feet and your hands to avoid some of those penalties. So that's a part of it. We've got to coach it better, and we will starting today, and put them in some situations that'll help being reminders.
The passing game, you used that more frequently on Saturday. The overall efficiency in terms of completion percentage might not have been there, but it was effective to what you want to do. Did you see some growth from not only Derek Evans, but the blocking and the receiving core on Saturday?
Oh, absolutely, and the protection was much better, and we made some mistakes that made the protection not look like it was there, but we've got to be more efficient in that area. That's the average person can look at it and say, well, they've got to do this or they got to do that. Well, it's a team game, and it's 11 people, especially in an option attack or throwing the football, where it takes precision. This guy's got to do exactly what he's going to do, so the protection's going to be right. The quarterback getting rid of the football on time. But I was very pleased with how we came along. It's maturing right now. Those younger guys that we're putting into the game are maturing, and had some balls on the fingertips that I hope we can get in the palm of the hands this week.
The kicking game, you make a switch there. You still have a field goal blocked. You missed one that probably could have been blocked if he does put it down the center. Is there anything else that the coaching staff can do there to ensure that you clean up the field goal unit?
Well, yeah, pray. We'll continue to work to try to fix that, yes. You've got some young guys in there, and you want to make sure that you're reassuring, okay? But I think we'll get more solid in that part of it. The part about the kickoff team, boy, they did a great job last week of reading the return and being effective. We made tackles inside the 25-yard line. That's a great plus. Punting the football, we would want more yardage, but we had, the 0 returns or whatever against us, and that had got us beat before. Right now, it's a matter of just keep coming with the kickers and keep grooving the football. They are kicking it on time. That's a good sign, and just need to get it up a little faster, and you always can do a better job with protection.
Talk about the complete game aspect of it. Is there any part of you as a coach that can take solace in the fact that you are 2-1 and potentially could be 3-0, despite the fact that you've had some sloppy quarters and not just a couple sloppy plays here and there?
Sure, absolutely. And what you have to do in those situations is, it's not about me as a coach. I've broken enough huddles. And it's about those kids and making sure that they understand and they believe and they trust. And they are playing together and they are playing excited. Yeah, they made plenty of mistakes, but I'm going to tell you, Michael, I want them to play at that kind of tempo and get after it and they are having fun. And we just got to keep eliminating some mistakes and some of that sloppiness. We took care of a big part of it. The ball didn't touch the ground the other night. We took care of the football. So, we're still a work in progress, but we're a growing deal. Okay, it's not a go back and redo this again. It's just keep getting better and keep fine tuning.
To revisit the kickoff unit, last year you were 81st in the country kickoff return yards allowed. This year you're 15th. Obviously a new special teams coordinator in Antonio Goss, but why else has your kick coverage unit been so effective?
Well, I think part of what Coach Goss is doing has a big effect to that. He's, a former NFL player that was a special teams captain in the NFL. But I think the young man, Caden Patterson's doing a great job of getting the ball deep enough, getting the ball high enough, those kind of things, putting it in the right areas. In this day and time in the kickoff deal, it's very important where do you place it. Okay, and you can build your coverage about how you place it in. You can't have a coverage that you think is here and the ball gets kicked in the middle of the field. That's where you get one run back on you. So I think a lot of that it's a combination, but I think a lot of that has to do with Caden doing a great job.
You surprised with the rule change this year that there haven't been more fair catches inside the 25 to put it at the 25?
Yeah, I think so. I think I have been. I think though because I haven't seen that many people sky kick it, and that's what that's about. You kick a line drive down there. Why would you fair catch it when you got a chance to beat the coverage down the field, get a running start, and beat the coverage? I think the safety part of that, what they're trying to do, I think it'll be a lot safer when they go ahead and back it up 5 more yards and then kick it off. And if you've got a person that can kick it in the end zone, man, that's more power to you. But I think if you see more and more sky kicks, I think you'll see people with a fair catch.
Newberry offensively, Markel Castle has been there, it feels like forever, wide receiver, had 100 yards and the game-winning touchdown against you a year ago. What makes him tick as a wideout?
Oh, I like his experience, talent. He's a very, very talented young man, and I tell you what, they're going to work to get him the football. Okay, he's going to get opportunities. So any receiver, any running back, if the purpose of that game plan is specifically to get you the ball, like we did a year ago with our receiver, we were going to get him the football. So he's proven what kind of talent he is, so they're going to take care of him.
Your own wide receiver catches his first career touchdown pass, Romaine Kelly. How do you like the progression of that group?
Oh, I like the progression a lot. I do. I really like that progression, and they're coming on more and more where things are automatic to them and reactionary instead of thinking about it and then being delayed to count. So, and expect them to get better every week.
One more thought on last week, the crowd. Some folks probably chased away by the impending arrival of Florence in the area, but still a loud, vociferous crowd. How much did that mean to you and to this team?
Well, I took one look when we came on the field, and I was so excited for Carson-Newman and very proud of all the people that helped from last spring and last summer meetings and getting all that organized. And that's to look at that crowd and you go, well, we got 4 more home games, and you go, well, why not? Why not have it that way all the time? You know what I mean? That's I think people went away with a great appreciation for Carson-Newman University after that game. Parents, friends, alums, former players, just community folks. So that's what we need to work as a university. We need to rally. Kids I've seen on campus, since the ball game, talking to them and those kind of things, and just very, very proud of this university.